Shola presenting an Fatoba federal constituency for 8 and I want to express appreciation, His Excellency Shuriji Maritime, the Indian High Commissioner to Nigeria, for creating time out of his busy schedule to receive us a costly visit to the Indian High Commission. Though the group has been planning to embark on this costly visit earlier, but faced by some constraints in addition to non-presence of the High Commissioner. Your Excellency, Nigeria-Indian Parliamentary Friendship Group has been established in the 9th House of Representatives under the able leadership of Right Honorable the Speaker of the House of Representatives of the Federal Union. The core aim of this group is to promote and harness historical ties and multilateral relationships as well as agreement between both countries for maximum benefit of their citizens. Also, the group is a significant platform for exchanging interparliamentary ideas and knowledge, strengthening and sustaining democratization in those countries, with tremendous potential for sustaining legislative activities, improved education, socio-cultural activities, trade and investment opportunities for those countries. We wish to rely on the support of the Indian Commission in Nigeria to propagate our resistance to the Parliament of India in New Delhi and network with the civilian Congress of the Union of India. We are optimistic to keep up with regular meetings as the need arises for the common benefit of Nigeria and Indian citizens and our country as well. Conclusively, we appreciate your time, audience, and what we said giving to us. Thank you very much. God bless us all. Thank you.
Excellency, I am very happy that you are here. And in the parliamentary cooperation between our two countries is quite old, in the sense that we had one of your first visits in 2014. The parliamentary delegation went to India in August 2014. And then there was this, our chief election commissioner had actually invited at that point of time. Again in 2002 and in December 2001 and subsequently in this was the last visit was in 2014. We haven't had any parliamentary major visits after August 2014, which is something that is not correct. As members of Commonwealth, you have been meeting certainly. You have been meeting Indian parliamentary groups outside. After COVID, we have resorted to this kind of a paper cup, I'm sorry. That is much more hygienic. That is the reason we resorted to paper cups. And also, subsequently, clay. I'm sure you would have been meeting your Indian colleagues during Commonwealth and IPU and other places in the third countries, but actually proper delegation from Nigeria or from India has not actually happened for quite some time, which is something that we are also looking forward to rectify. We are very happy that Nigerian Parliament has come out with the Friendship Society in 2021, that is last year. And our Parliament is also in the process, because we are just going to have our parliamentary session in December. And so by early next year, I am expecting that the parliamentary group, we 32 parliamentary groups, and Nigeria, not for all countries, only 32 countries we are creating a parliamentary group, and Nigeria is one of them. So I am very happy that it is happening. We will have a combination of lower house and upper house. Lower house we call it as Lok Sabha, and upper house we call it as Rajya Sabha. So a combination of these two will be there, and it will be a 13 to 14 member group that will be created in India. As soon as that is created, I will be more than happy to share full details of the group with the parliamentary group in House of Representatives and the Senate here. We have also offered and we have done parliamentary training for lawyers, people who are coming in and who are actually assisting you in your parliamentary processes. Our parliament, like Nigerian parliament, is also quite strong, and they have complete independence in terms of doing what they have to do. And so the expertise that we have now gained in terms of parliamentary processes, private bills, or in terms of discussions, or the various constitutional provisions which will have to be put in place. Our constitutions and our penal codes and everything are more or less the same. We also follow the same common law. We had the same colonial masters. We had till 1947, you had till 1959. And so we continue to do the same kind of system in which we do. Yes, you have adopted the presidential form of government. We continue with the parliamentary democracy. So that is the difference. And in our system, our Prime Minister is the leader of the majority party. And so he can come in at any point of time without any term restriction. Unlike here, you have 2 4-year term restrictions for the president. In our system, since it's a parliamentary democracy like the UK, we also have the majority party. If they are able to get enough votes and if they come over, the leader of the majority party will continue to be the leader of the government, which is the Prime Minister. We do have a president, but the president has a function which has been defined a little restrictively by the constitution. So the president is the head of the state, while the Prime Minister is the head of the government. And Speaker of the Parliament is the third most important person after Prime Minister. So the succession is actually President, Vice President, Speaker, and the Chief Justice of India. So this is the succession rule in India. I'm sure you would also have a similar situation. So Excellency, I just wanted to, this being a parliamentary thing, you would be happy to consider your proposal to see when it would be convenient mutually for us to have your group visit India. I would rather look for the parliamentary group in India be set up as soon as possible, and then so that there is proper coordination amongst both the sides to carry on this particular relationship. So we will be coming back to you on that very soon. Excellency, I am sure you are aware about India-Nigeria relations. We started diplomatic presence in Nigeria 2 years before your independence in 1958. We opened a representative office in Lagos in 1958, 2 years before your independence. And in 1962, our first Prime Minister had visited Nigeria. And after that, the intense cooperation between our countries actually started. In terms of, we coordinated with you in creating the National Defence Academy in Port Harcourt. These two were actually established with Indian, I would say, cooperation. And we have capacity building is something that India is quite proud of in terms of its South-South cooperation. We started something called as the Indian Technical and Economic Cooperation in 1964. And we, on 15th of September every year, we celebrate this high-tech day. It's called as high-tech. And we celebrate this high-tech day, and I'm very happy to see, like this time, after IPO, we had organized an high-tech day also. And this room and outside was completely free. We have thousands of Nigerian friends who have actually. After the 2015 India-Africa Forum Summit, Excellency, the leadership on both sides had decided that we should go in for tele-education, because there are constraints in terms of capacity for Indian universities also, and it would also facilitate Nigerian students, because instead of going over there and staying for 3 years and online education is possible. And so this year, I'm very happy to inform honorable members of the Parliament that 11,500 Nigerian students applied. We gave 100% scholarship to 4,830 students, both undergraduation and post-graduation. The 4,830 in all prestigious universities in India. We consider it to be one of the great achievements in the recent past in terms of the number. 4,830 is not a small number, and it is fully paid by the government. But there is one small issue over here which I thought I would request your assistance and support. Apparently, Nigerian system does not recognize online education, in the sense that you have long-distance education, you have postal education, but you don't recognize online education. Yes, I have been in touch with the Ministry of Education. The Permanent Secretary, Mr. Adejo, has been very favorable, and he said that we will bring in a legislation through the Parliament to get the online recognition for the online education. So I'm sure this legislation will come to your consideration. And from our side, I would request that if you could look at it, because the whole world has moved towards online, particularly COVID has taught us completely differently. And so, when the legislation comes in, I would seek your support in approving that, so that these students, nearly 5,000 students who are going this year, they don't get into trouble once they finish their course. So that is on as far as the capacity building is concerned. But on trade side, I have to say, I'm very happy that nearly 135 Indian companies are working here for the past about 40 years. And I'm sure in various, in your constituency also there will be Indians, because they have spread over all over Nigeria. Nearly 60,000 Indians have made Nigeria as their home. And they are very happy because of the hospitality and because of the warmth that they get from the Nigerian people. These 135 companies have actually invested more than $19 billion into the Nigerian economy. They are into manufacturing, whether it is oil, pharmaceuticals, plastics, motorcycles, everything. The Okadas, most of the Okadas are actually Indian ones. The Bajaj and TVS are Indians. So they have, and these 135 companies with $19 billion investment have actually been the second largest employer after the Nigerian government over here. And we are very proud of that, in the sense that for generations, many Nigerian families have been supported and economic development has been recognized. So, and we have now started the Nigeria-India Business Council. Just in August of this year, we had inaugurated that, and that is a new initiative to see, apart from the traditional areas in which all these companies are working in, where all can we now go in, whether it is fintech, whether it is artificial intelligence, whether it is ICT, whether it is startup, whether it is solar, agriculture. You have more than 54% of the arable land not cultivated. It's a huge opportunity for both Nigeria to provide food security for their citizens and for companies to come and work for mutual benefit. So I should tell you, just yesterday I got one of the offers cleared, like a gentleman from Ghana. He has got some 10,000 hectares of land and he wanted to build in, he wanted to make sugarcane plantation. He had identified some from some institute in India which can provide hybrid seeds and high quality seeds. So he wants to put in sugarcane, ethanol factory and produce sugar. I think most of the sugar is now being imported. With this view, he wants to have the Indian technology. Yesterday we cleared the whole thing. So agriculture, sesame seeds, you are one of the largest producers. Yesterday, Excellency, I was in the Nigeria Diaspora Investment Summit. Ekiti State Special Commissioner was also there. The Ondo State is actually sponsoring it, and they are the focus state is Ondo State. The deep sea port that is coming up over. So there's a huge opportunity in terms of food processing, mangoes of Nasarawa State, ginger, sesame seeds, and so on and so forth. You have huge opportunities. And we do have in India some companies which are very keen in doing these things. So the opportunities are really high. And we would be in a position to see mutually how it is beneficial for both sides. and how we can also develop over here. As I told you, with these number of companies, Nigeria is not a new country for India to come for cooperation. So we will be more than happy to do that. On the political level, Excellencies, we have excellent relationship. Of course, the last visit of President was in 2015. That was for the India-Africa Forum Summit, but for after that, for some reason that has not happened. But high-level visits continue to take place. Our President had come in, our Prime Minister had come in 2007, Ministers of State for External Affairs had come in. So those level of contacts are continuing to happen. We just had the Foreign Office consultations. We will be having the joint JCM, as we call it, the joint consultative meeting between both sides at the level of Foreign Minister. Your Foreign Minister had gone to India in April. Your trade and industries have problems. We do have problems in the sense that there are considered issues which come up from time to time. And we have more than 55,000 Nigerians staying in India. Some of them fall out of the law here and there, and some of the drug cases that are taking place over there. So there are issues which do come up, but those are issues which are very minor relevance, which has to be solved at the lower level. It is not reflecting on the relationship between our two countries, but I just wanted to inform you that these are also there. Similarly, now recently there are about 16 Indian crew members who have been arrested by Nigeria because they came in on a ship which is alleged to have been attempted to steal oil. So these consular issues will keep happening, and with the excellent understanding that we have on the political and bureaucratic level and parliamentary level, I am very happy that we keep solving these issues. You have a wonderful High Commissioner, Mr. Ahmed Sule, in Delhi. He is all over India, I should say. He meets everyone and he has got excellent contacts, and he is a very positive gentleman. So with him on the other side, and we, even today morning I spoke to him. So we keep contacting each other and helping each other, and the relationship is on a very solid foundation. I would rather thank you for your guidance and the support that you have been giving in terms of building this relationship at all levels. Excellency, this year, India has taken over, actually day before yesterday, India took over the presidency of G20. And we are members of G20 and we took over the presidency from Indonesia. And given the excellent relationship that we have with India has invited Nigeria to be the guest country for G20 under our presidency. Our presidency starts from 1st of... You need to go? We have, right. I just wanted to give you a feel of what this G20 presidency of India is, what are our focus areas, what is the number of meetings that are going to take place. This is the first time Nigeria has been invited to G20. Let me be honest, Excellency. You are a giant in Africa. You are the largest population. You have the largest GDP in Africa. You have nearly 510 billion GDP, 470 to 510 depending upon the source. And you have a rightful place to be in G20. Because with South Africa, which is 390 billion GDP, is part of G20. It's a mystery as to why Nigeria is not part of G20. So, as I told you, India recognizes Nigeria as a very important partner. You are the largest trading partner for us in the 20 largest economies. It's an informal setup. It doesn't have a permanent secretariat. It doesn't have a formal standing. It's an informal grouping of largest economies. And they have a huge say. Nearly 85% of the global GDP, these 20 countries actually have within their own control. And it covers nearly 2/3 of the population. Now that we are increasing Nigeria, it would go further up. And 75% of the trade. So basically, G20 was an economic organization. But over a period of time, what has happened is that a financial architecture, sustainable finance, how we have to co-opt it with the climate change, how we have to work. So there is a separate track on that. Then we have, as I was mentioning, Excellency, it is called as Engagement 20. there are different engagement groups which are used through the civil societies. So from civil to think tanks to labor, where I would request your assistance and support in terms of identifying a section of parliamentarians who would be visiting India as I will. And every country which holds the presidency will have the opportunity to extend invitation to various countries which it considers important for the period of next 1 year. And I am happy that Government of India has decided, and I am very happy that I am at this stage the High Commissioner in Nigeria. So we look forward to your support, Excellencies, and bilaterally, multilaterally, and also under G20. I'll be more than happy to take any questions that you have, whether it is in this or in any other field. Thank you for listening, and thank you for your patience.
Unless you have put us through, unless we be able to understand know more about how things are being done in India, the area of economy, security, and corruption, partially strata of the economy, than that to gotten this knowledge, actually every aspect of the discussion.